for a limited time at McDonald's. Get a Big Mac Extra Value Meal for $8. That means 2 all-beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun, and medium fries, and a drink. We may need to change that jingle.
Prices and participation may vary.
It was one of those things. It was just, is this really happening in the moment?
We experienced an active shooter situation.
I had to spend 3 days getting basically grilled by law enforcement over because our rooms are connected.
Y'all's room was connected to the shooter's room.
Approximately 10:08 p.m. tonight, we had calls come into dispatch of multiple shots being fired.
They were there because of me, and I hold a lot of guilt over that. And I know it was out of my control. You know, if it were just me, I can handle myself. I'm not saying I'm tough or anything, but I had my wife and my child and my mother-in-law, and it was just, that day changed the world for everybody. Hey y'all, this is Dee Jay Silver and you're watching Like a Farmer.
All right, everybody, welcome to another episode of Like a Farmer. Hey, long time coming. John Purdue.
Government name.
But the DJ Silver is in studio today. Right. Listen, first country DJ to sign with a Nashville record label.
Yeah.
And we've got some stories to tell, guys. I mean, I'll be honest with you. When I first started coming to Nashville, it was this guy sitting to the left of me that really introduced me to everybody, believed in my mission since day one, and finally I got him on the show, DJ Silver.
Thanks for having me. Proud of you, man, because I remember you said, I've got this idea of this podcast. And podcasts were cool, but they weren't huge then, right?
Yeah, you're exactly
pretty
right.
accurate.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, yeah, you know. Then I see you had some, smaller guests, like Josh Allen come on and stuff like that. But yeah, no, I see. I end up all the page and I double tap and like, and finally I was like, dude, when do I have to be B-list enough to be on this podcast? Pat, send me a text. But no, I'm playing. But this is so great and good for you. I'm proud of you. Chasing a dream and following through is two things,
and we probably went, 6 or 8 months without talking. You'd call me randomly, hey, just checking in on you. Like, that means a lot. And it's knowing you and who you are. Number one, family man first, husband and father. Probably I grew up without a father, so to see how you treat your kids and like your social media isn't about you. It's like all the kids.
It's my world, man. It's like I tell you, I ran into DJ Vice in Arizona last week, and we were talking. I said, when I'm a DJ, I'm a DJ. But when I'm home, I'm a dad. And everything else is second.
You put everything second. I really respect that.
They're my world, Yeah. I wish I would have had them younger, earlier, but I mean, God puts it when He wants it to happen. And Wake just turned 8, and Davis just turned 6. So yeah,
that's crazy. We do a couple segments on this show, so I'm going to go right off the rip. Okay, Cut to the Chase, presented by Case Knives.
I like it.
And what that means is, immediately you came into an industry that was not. It was foreign to what you did. I mean, 100%. You were DJing and you've been around the world doing it. And why choose a country genre to really jump in and kind of elevate it?
I remember two guys that I really looked up to, and they were doing things that are different, mashup, rock, country, or rock and hip hop. And I asked the guy, I said, what makes you different and what keeps me from being that guy making $100 a night? And he goes, I'm rock. He's a pop guy. What are you? I was like, I'm country. He was like, good luck with that, bro. So I was always known as the guy like Vegas, Atlantic City, Chicago, Boston. They knew I was going to play country, like just get in, Then it started catching on. Now we're doing pure festivals. We're at EDC Las Vegas. It's all country EDM remixes that I would like to say that I helped create the entire genre. And it's so cool to hear, like a DJ like Diplo playing some of my stuff, or Pauly D dropping mixes that we've done. It just shows you the legs that country has in the world,
Dude, that's one of the reasons why Josh and I wanted to start this show. It's like, hey, there's a lifestyle here, and there's a lot of people wanting to get into it that are not from it, but they believe in wearing cowboy boots and driving a pickup truck and listening to country music. Like, tell me some cool stories, like banging on the doors of a Vegas or like these places that you've been that like country music, nobody listens to that. Like, how'd you even get into it?
I mean, Vegas is a perfect example. I met Jason at a place called Taboo Ultra Lounge on a
Jason
Sunday
Aldean.
night. Yeah, Aldean. And we started talking. He was like, you want to go to Kevin Neal's like, do you want to go on tour with us? I was like, yeah. He goes, don't call me, I'll call you. And 2 weeks later, I got my 2010 schedule.
And that's when you first started with Aldean.
Yeah. And I made an edit, like a mashup remix of She's Country and Nelly Country Grammar, because I was out on the road with Nelly doing after parties for him. And I guess, I mean, this is way before social media, way before whatever, but I guess it trickled around, like Brooks and Dunn had it in their pre-roll and just things you wouldn't expect. And that's kind of how that whole thing started. But I was always like the guy that always like dust on the bottle with Jaquan Tipsy or something, you know, or just that shouldn't work, that works. And just the way I always had to mask country for people to give country a chance. Does that make any sense?
Yep.
Because in the DJ world, it's house, hip hop or whatever. But so I make country for DJs to play to fit right in a set they're going to play, and that's how I've always stuck to it, and that's kind of where it started. 2010,
you go on tour with Aldean. Is that like the first? Now, help me out. Luke has DJ.
Rocky Duncan's the finest human in the world. I love him.
So in 2010, when you went on tour with Aldean, was that just completely like nobody's ever done that before? I guess Urban brought a DJ out for the weekend. It didn't work. Okay.
But yeah, it was honestly the first time 99% of the world ever heard of it.
And how were like people like before Aldean comes on? I mean, you're in there just throwing bangers.
They're looking at me just like, dude. I mean, the tweets that I was like, your mama should have aborted you. Blah blah blah. It was great. And it's just, it was such a closed-minded, narrow-minded form of music. It had a bad rap because, you know, country is not about hooking up with your sister and your dog running out of what way and your car leaving. That was never that to me. But that was where country was stuck. And when they saw country to me as a party, it's good-looking people, it's drinking, it's friends, and I kind of just brought that in, and I guess I beat them over the head long enough where it worked, you know?
Dude, you did, man. It was funny. I was telling this story the other day. You know, Parker McCullum came on the show. It's like, hey, you know, I'm in country music and I'm from Texas, but you go to my house and I got whips, I got jewelry, I listen to rap music. Yeah. Like it's a lifestyle that like I don't have to be like, I'm really good at singing country music, but it's not like you're faking it. Like I am who I am. I'm comfortable in my own skin. You're from Texas as well.
Absolutely.
Like, tell me how that was growing up and where did this DJ and like, when did that come into your life?
You know, it's like I was born in Dallas, spent most of my life in Austin. And I just remember like thinking I was worth more than by far worth. And I was like, I know you can't pay me. Let me make mixes and they'll do $10 at the door. You give me $5, you get $5. And it was all.
And when was this? Like,
gosh, man, 2004, 2005. Yeah. I mean, I'd have to look, but it may be before that. And it was country. It was all because it was like, what is Texas? Texas is George Strait. Texas is country music. Texas is red dirt. There is two worlds in country music.
Yeah.
Texas country and country. Like you can't go down here and play. I just played at Coetzel's Riot House in Fort Worth. I know I'm not going down there playing certain stuff. I know that I'm gonna have to break out, you know, Cody Johnson. I know, you know, which is fine. I know I'm from Texas. I know it's gonna happen, but Texas is his own culture. And growing up there, I understand that. And so I did Texas. I did George Strait remixes, and you hear back now, and I'm like, oh, that's fucking awful. But you know what I mean? But at the time, it was like I was doing them live. It wasn't Pro Tools. It wasn't Ableton. It was me doing them. Mm-hmm. And you know, and to see where it's at now, and just full teams, production teams putting out edits and country mixes, and the Shabuzis of the world coming in, and it just shows you where country is. I would say country is number 2 in the world to Latin music. Latin is just a whole different world. Latin.
And you're just because it's worldwide.
I mean, do you know how Michael Jordan's the greatest basketball player in the world, and everybody else is trying to be LeBron? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's Latin music.
So you've already said it, like. MJ's better than LeBron.
Facts. There's no question.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm excited for you to be here today because I've asked this a couple of times. I crack open one of these Outlaws and I always think about like country music has changed so much, and you've been in the game for a long time. And number one, you've got an OG in Aldean.
Right.
Like, what do you think about all of this new country, man?
I mean, I listen. Music does circles. It goes in circles. It progresses until whatever. Country music now is. Basically, it all sounds the same at a point, you know, but it works. Like Morgan Wallen knows who Morgan Wallen is. Sure. You know? Luke Combs knows who Luke Combs is, and that's a tell of a great artist. And country is stuck in like a slower realm right now, whereas Aldean was coming out rock and faster pace and in your face stuff, and country now is all sing along. Like there's nothing Morgan Wallen can't put out that in 30 minutes everybody in the world's singing the hook to that song. He's got a gift. Whatever it is, he knows who that is. And, you know, you see people coming out, and I think I'll say this without having to say it, is like there's people that sound just like Morgan. I mean, that's it.
You're spot on.
And Morgan, that's a testament to Morgan. Morgan has been that same Morgan since
Day one.
And the people are seeing the style that it's working. How many people look like Luke Combs?
Yeah.
10 years ago, you didn't look like that in country music.
No, you're exactly right.
Luke's pure talent busted the mold to that.
Yep.
And to who he is, And I think country music is now where everybody kind of is trying to get that same look, the same, let's wear my hat this way, let's grow a mustache. And then you
Riley's
see,
got the mustache thing on. And
there's, how many men are jealous of Riley's mustache? Jesus Christ. But it's just like Riley is his own lane.
Yep.
And you see it working. And, but yeah, it's just country music is here. It's fun. It's sing along. It's a memory. It's relatable.
What do you think about the tools that these guys and girls are using now to promote all their stuff? I mean, that's also changed, whether it's TikTok, social media as a whole. I mean, it's just a different ballgame now.
If you don't use what's in front of you, you're at a disadvantage immediately.
Now, do you feel like, I feel like in what you're doing is you've kind of made a name where if you need a massive name in the DJ space and country music and the mashups and stuff, I mean, you're the first call.
I hope.
I mean, you gotta be. Dude, how many days a year are you on the road?
About 300. So we're gone a lot. And, and the thing is like, I can't do everything. So I started a little agency and started putting my guys on it. Because there's great guys coming up doing great things. And
in the DJ space.
Absolutely. Like I got the contract to do 11 cities with Kid Rock and Nickelback. There's 3 of them I can't do. So I got Slim McGraw, I put him on them. And people that I trust and I know is going to do a great job. And that's what it's about. It's about setting up the next person and everybody winning as a team. And if like opportunities are there, I never want to say no to an opportunity if I know somebody can step in and do a great job and maybe develop a relationship there.
See, you say this is what, in my opinion, it's sad because this is what makes you different than a lot of people, especially in music as a whole. There's no ego with you. Like, you want everybody to win.
Yeah. I'll tell you, the best day of my life was when Pitbull told me this. He goes, instead of why not me to good for you, changed my life. I was like, I'd see somebody pop up and I was like, bro, how do they not call me for that? But then I'm thinking, no, good for that guy.
Yeah.
Changed my entire life. Like, I'm not playing Coachella. I don't play Stagecoach. I'm not on Diplo's Honky Tonk. But every one of those DJs are going to play everything out that I made. But I'm so happy for those guys.
Yeah.
I'll be rocking with Nickelback. I'll send me a text message. There's enough out there for everyone to eat. And the people that are, I don't know, hate's not the word, but people that are negative and haters, they're going to weed themselves out. Because in the end of the day, it's a small circle.
Yeah, 100%. What made you, take me back to when you were in Texas and you said, okay, doing the country music thing, Nashville, I'm assuming is where I need to be. I
never had dreams to go to Nashville. I fought Nashville.
Gotcha.
Listen, I made a great living. That's my southern accent. You see that just go flying out? There's words I'm going to take out of this after I see this.
Yeah, it's all good.
But I made a great living, never leaving the states, the borders of Texas.
And there's a lot of country musicians that do the same too.
I was the Pat Green of Texas DJs.
Yep.
And I just started, I want to see what else is out there. We started playing Vegas a ton. We started doing San Diego, started doing Scottsdale, Chicago, then love of Miami, Boston, Atlantic City. Cleveland is the biggest sleeper in this entire country, by the way.
Elaborate on that.
Straight turn up.
Yeah.
You just prepare to go when you go to Cleveland.
Damn.
That's the best party in America. I can't wait. I got 2 days spending on Cleveland right now. Out of the whole year, I'm wearing Dave out. Like, bro, we locked in yet? And I mean, it's like, I have 15 other days, people wanting those days. I'm like, nope, I want to be in Cleveland 4th of July. Something
Damn.
like that. But
get some MGK up in there.
And that is the nicest human being you ever met in your life.
I've never met
I
him.
literally told him at the
guy,
Waste
though.
Management Open, dude, thank you for being a good guy. And you see him come in, you're just like, that dude's a fucking rock star, bro.
Yeah.
He's walking in and we hung out backstage for like 20 minutes, just like, wow, thank you for being a cool guy. I don't know if you knew me from Adam, not that I have anything to know. It's just like, he's just a good people. And I try to surround myself with just good people.
Dude, and there's not a lot of people. Look, when I came into Nashville, there were 2 people that I considered like a mentor, put me under their wing. You and the late, great Irv Woozy.
I love that man with all my heart.
And you've got your sign up in his bar. I mean, that just nobody gets their sign in Irv's bar. You did.
Hey, DJ, you want to go to Vegas? I was like, buddy, let's roll. We sit in the back of that plane, talk about breakfast burritos and horse racing. I was only good at one of those, eating breakfast burritos.
He loved his horses, man.
I love that man. We went from flying Southwest, and my man came up, and I was hitching a ride on his plane every time we go to Vegas.
100%.
There's not a day goes by I don't think about that. I made a post about that, guys. I'm gonna miss our long flights to Vegas, breakfast burritos, and horse racing.
Golly.
He's just, where you at, cowboy? I was like, where do you need me, Mr. Irv? He's that guy.
And then, so you come to Nashville, and the record label you signed, that was like I mentioned before, you were the first one to ever do that.
Yeah. Want to go back to Irv real quick?
Okay, yeah.
My first gig in Nashville was at Losers Patio. Snowed on me. It was George Strait's 25th anniversary. Irv booked me to play it.
Mean.
Yeah.
You kidding me?
And I sat out there and played for 3 hours in the snow, and he was like, do you want to come in? I was like, do whatever you want me to, bro.
Yeah, you tell me.
At the end of the day, I didn't know the status for Woolsey. I knew that it was a very nice man to me. Gave me a chance, and would you like to come up? Yeah, man. I'll give me a hotel and everything. I was like, what? And I've been with Irv since.
And how old were you at
Steve
that
Ford.
time?
We can look up the whatever. I don't know how long ago it was. This is my first gig ever in Nashville.
And then you mentioned Steve. shout out Steve too.
I talk to Steve Ford daily.
Yeah.
Even if it's just a text, friend check, brother, hope you're great.
That's what I go back to saying. It's like you have brought an industry that was, in my opinion, just you've got your shutters on and this is what we do, and it's just, you've blown it up. It's just crazy to me.
I just try, if I can introduce two good people to each other a day, that's the goal. Take it where the Lord takes you. But there's so much going on out there. There's so much you can do together. There's so much positive energy. Got to put it together.
Yeah.
And like I said, there's enough for everybody. And the people that aren't positive, if you're ever with me and I don't introduce you, there's a reason.
Yeah. I needed to call you the next day.
Every time you walk up, I say, "It's my dude, Pat." Then there's people, if I don't ever say their name, I don't have anything against them. It's just not, there's a reason they're there, or it's just not my vibe, or just, I see through it.
For a limited time at McDonald's, get a Big Mac extra value meal for $8. That means 2 all-beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun, and medium fries, and a drink. We may need to change that jingle.
Prices and participation may vary.
We're talking about this, and you've had the highest of highs and the lowest of lows. Sure. Do you mind if we talk a little bit about, the Vegas
it's part of the story, man.
It's like if there's any human being that should have been part of that, it probably should have been you, because you're somebody that just deletes hate out of your life and everybody else that you care about's life. And to see something like that in real life, how was that, man?
It was absolutely surreal. It's like, I hold a lot of guilt. I held a lot of guilt for a while just because my family was there, because I was like, first of all, Vegas is my town. I got my dude coming to Vegas. At this time I'm playing 2/3 of my life in Vegas. Vegas is Nashville to me. And, we were out on the West Coast for 2 weeks, and it was my son's birthday. And I was like, man, please bring Wake out. I want, it's important for me to have him know Vegas. If right now, if they said, you want to move to Vegas? I'm like, yeah. I love that city. I love my friends there. And,
Dude, that's awesome.
And it's and they were there because of me, and I hold a lot of guilt over that. But I know it was out of my control. And a lot of variables that, looking back, I should have caught on or whatever. But I don't think in an evil way. I had to spend 3 days getting basically grilled by law enforcement over, because our rooms are connected to this guy.
To y'all's room was connected to the shooter's room.
Yeah. And so it's. And it was just like, it was one of those things. It was just, is this really happening in the moment? If it were just me, I can handle myself. I'm not saying I'm tough or anything, but I had my wife and my child, my mother-in-law, or the nanny was there. There was a lot of variables that I was having to deal with internally and not saying a word. And it was just, that day changed the world for everybody,
Golly. I'm sorry, I didn't know any of that, man.
Yeah, it's all right. And it was just pure chaos. And, but at the end of the day, it's like me and Aldean and the boys from the band, we, 62 of us walked away that day from our crew and made us tighter than we ever have,
Yeah. And tell me about that. You go back from the beginning when you met him. I think we would all agree Aldean has been a big part of you coming into Nashville and the country music and what you're doing today. What's that relationship like?
It's my guy, man. We can go, when he's off, I respect it, because I know when I'm off, I'm off. And he texted me 2 nights ago. He goes, bro, I haven't seen you in 6 months. I go, yeah, I know, you've been rich. You've been going to these world travels, I'm in Scottsdale. You know what I mean? But no, he's the best. And our kids are same school, same age. Our wives are best friends. And that's, I definitely value the relationship. And,
God, it's been awesome to see. I mean, it's a beautiful friendship that y'all have. I do want to go back on, the decision that you made to move to Nashville. Why is that?
Oh, we got the record deal, right? And I'm just like, so I'm batching it in Austin, bro, living downtown, no cars, just living the best life, just Ubering everywhere I go.
And can you help me out what that means as what you were doing as your profession, getting that record deal? That was
well, okay. So I had a manager named Ken Matson. I'm sorry about that. I misunderstood. So, I was told I can't do it. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
And I said, no, we're doing this. And he was like, well, I don't know how to do it. I said, well, if you're not the guy, I'll get a guy. And we walked in, and that wasn't like aggressive. I'm just like, if you're not in, you're not in. Either you're all in or you're all out. And we went to Warner, we went to a bunch of them. And the energy was good there. And it was still just, iPod days where they're pulling out, can you do this? I was like, well, I made that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You're playing my
And then we go into, going to Sony. And I said, this is where I want to be. He goes, well, you don't have a record deal. I was like, well, do your job. It was like, this is where I want to be. And it was all because they told me I couldn't do it.
Damn.
Yeah.
And it was just like, all right, now we got to move to Nashville.
No. So I got the deal, and I was just back happy in Texas, flying back and forth. And I had a manager, Carrie Hyde, and she was like, it's time to get a pad in Nashville. And I was like, I'm not leaving Texas. I'm a Texan, and I had Texas license plate for the first 4 years I came here. I was driving to Texarkana to get them renewed. You know what I mean? And so we found, this is the most Nashville story ever, right? So I found a house in Nippers Corner off Old Hickory. Yep. And then to come to find out later, Tyler Hubbard, Brian Kelly, Dallas Davidson all lived by me. It was funny. But anyway, so I find this townhouse, an old townhouse community on Shady Court, 309 Shady Court. And I was like, oh, let's go see it. And Larry Gatlin was on the front porch. He's a landlord. So that's some Nashville shit. I don't know what is.
Oh man. And it's like, cause I get what you're saying. I mean, I'm assuming, cause I know got a lot of great Texans, just friends, family. If you're in Texas, you don't want to leave
My
Texas.
son is the first Purdue male that was not born in Texas soil. I tried to get dirt from a ranch to come up. My wife's like, you're a fucking lunatic. No.
Damn.
My son's born in Nashville.
Yeah. Where's that Texas? Because you see it a lot. I mean, like I mentioned, we've had Parker on the show, a bunch of these people from Texas on the show that can truly not leave the state of Texas all year and make maybe sometimes even more money. Why is that though?
I mean, they have a lot to lose on it. Look at Pat Green.
True.
I mean, he was the king of Texas, arguably the king. Him and George Strait. Then whatever happened, Texas didn't bring him back. And I love Pat, like some of the best music ever.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, they have a lot to lose, but you see people like Parker McCollum. If you say Texas in a human, that's Parker or Cody Johnson.
Yeah.
Which is the finest human being.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's just, they take a lot of risk by stepping out. But I think it was a different world where Pat tried to come over to, they look as Pat, and I'm not talking out of context here and I could be wrong, but I felt like they thought Pat was turning their back on Texas. Mm-hmm. Whereas now you have to be worldwide in order to be successful and just know Texas is home. It's just a different group of people that are different mentality of people now than it was then.
And you mentioned Vegas being kind of like a second home to you.
Mm-hmm.
Why is that? Where did that come from?
Just there's a time in this world where if you weren't playing Vegas, you weren't anybody. And I play Vegas a lot. That was my goal. Vegas. I am going to take over Vegas.
You've had like residency in
several, and I have my own day in Las Vegas. Yeah. September 21st. Thanks, Mayor Carol Goodman. Yeah.
Is what they call it,
DJ Silver Day.
DJ Silver. Dude, are you kidding me?
No, not to be confused with April 14th Appreciation Day. But whatever.
Yeah.
but Vegas has always been home. I mean, it's my, I got friends at all high ups at all the casinos. My friends are pro athletes that play there. And it's a town that I believe that every big event in the world should always happen in Las Vegas. I mean, you look at it. You had WrestleMania this weekend, 60-something thousand people. And at T-Mobile Arena, they had 25,000 or whatever at the Golden Knights playoff game. And those two worlds didn't even know they were there. Plenty of hotels, synergies there, the transportation's there, the energy for sure. But they've got to get those Vegas prices under control.
Yeah.
The average person cannot afford Las Vegas. That's why people got used to going to Miami during COVID and they stay.
Yep, you're exactly right. Now, tell me about, because you're kicking ass in this DJ space. So, like, growing up, were you doing that type of stuff? Like,
no, everything. My mom was Southern Baptist, bro. Everything I did was of the devil and gonna go to hell. So I didn't do anything. But I was working in a nightclub. I heard a guy play. It's like, dude, I want to do that.
who were you looking up to, like, on the DJ space?
I really didn't have I didn't know enough about it. Like YouTube wasn't a thing to go. You had names like Jazzy Jeff that were legends, but my guys were just people that I knew personally. And then you get out and I'd take a night off to go listen to another DJ. Then you see these DJs like Diplo, like Vice, like Zed, played with all of them. They're great humans, and Tiesto, and they're all inspirational, and they've all found their own way to do their own thing.
Mm-hmm. What do you think is a track that, as you've been doing these mashups, that you like, dude, that's my favorite one, like that's a jam?
We did a acapella intro to She's Country, Jason Aldean, and it goes all the way to the first verse. It's just acapella, and the crowd just sings it from. It's just one of those iconic records. Doesn't need anything but don't even need a beat. And
just you can play it in the beginning and they know what's coming. And that's
second.
the other thing. So 2010, and we'll talk about a little bit what's coming up next. You're going to be out on the road with them again.
Yep.
So you talk about 15 years.
15 years, yeah.
In the beginning, they were like, what the hell is going on? And now,
it's expected to be there, and I love it.
Dude, they'll
go
awesome,
to festivals,
man.
and they're like, no silver tonight? I was like, no, you got to pay me too.
Do you think, like, when Aldean's done, and I don't even know what that means in these country music.
He's a gypsy. He will never be done. I'm gonna tell you. Once you have a taste of that spotlight, that's your worst fear is losing it.
Why do you elaborate on that?
He's addicted to the rush, just like everybody else that steps on that stage. It's just like everything you do that entire day is to that 1 minute of you walking out, that spotlight hitting you, and everybody's cheering for you. Now he might not do 50 days a year, but I can always see him doing something. Not because he has to, it's just who he is.
Yeah. And you still have a bunch of shit going on.
Ton.
And before we get to that, I play a game on this show, okay? And I actually have a little gift for you.
I don't have any money, bro.
Nope. The presenting sponsor of the Like Farmer podcast is TECOVAS. Not your traditional boot, but the new deer skin slide-ons, dude.
Oh, yeah. Good thing I'm a married man. I'm going to have a stick to beat these people. Let me see these things.
Look at those, man.
I don't know where in the world I'm classy enough to wear these, but I wear these things in the mailbox.
I'm telling you. Hey,
these are great.
Give them the boot. There's 4 questions in there.
Oh, I see them.
You can give one of them the boot if you'd like, but if you give one the boot, that means you got to answer the rest of them. And you don't have to give them the boot.
Answer them all. You going to pull it or am I pulling it?
No, you're pulling it. Read them out. Give them the boot. Presented by TECOVAS.
Best venue you've ever DJ'd at?
Let me just guess real quick and you say it, because you talk about it a lot, and I want to talk about festivals more. You like Tortuga a lot.
Best festival on the planet Earth.
Yeah.
It's everything every other festival wants to be. And that is not an exaggeration. It's easy, calm, it's fun, it's energy. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Just tan. It's Florida.
Can't beat it. That time of
If you've never been to Florida, please don't go because we live in Florida.
that's our home, all right? We don't need you.
We don't need any more.
But you played a million venues, so I'm sure you've got
iconic venues like Madison Square, Staples Center. Those are great. Little venues like Orange Beach, Alabama. I'll go there all day because we can go fishing.
God, that's great. You've been all around. All right, there we go.
All right. Best Jason Aldean tour story. Oh, boy. Let me see what I can tell you. Tour story. Let me see. I'm trying to, without incriminating everybody. No, we don't really do anything that stupid. Usually, as soon as the show's over, we go watch scary movies. What's the truth? All right, I got one for you. Denver, Colorado.
Okay.
Rest in peace, Rhino. He was a bodyguard. He's passed now, but listen, Rhino and I are on the hefty side. We like to eat.
Yeah.
Don't put a box of gummies in front of us and expect us not to start chewing on them. Well, there was a whole bag.
You're in Colorado.
Yeah, so I just started eating them before the show. And dude walks by and says, where are those gummies, boys? I was like, yeah, we ate them. He's like, all of them? I was like, yeah. We ate a whole pack each. Before the show, I was slobbered, just speaking Swahili. Rhino's big ass. We had to carry him to the bus.
Oh, you had no idea they had THC in them.
At least. Then they gave us this little flower, and I bit on it, and my mouth slobbered. I'm officially a drug addict. It just happened. But no, that's one funny story.
Dude, that's great. I could only imagine the story. And it's not like...
We laugh 90% of our days on these stories.
Well, and it's one of those things that people need to realize. Like, it's not like you're just on tour with Aldean. Like, y'all vacation together. Y'all spend time. I mean, it's like day in and day out.
That's my dude. Yeah.
He's got a place in Florida, too.
So he is exactly 2.5 hours straight across the state for me.
Yeah, you can't beat it.
It's a little
so you're
different.
on one coast and then he's on the other coast.
It's a little different financially.
Yeah. The houses look a little bit different.
Yeah, I mean, the compound.
Yeah, correct.
I always tell him I could live in that basement. You wouldn't even know I was there, bro.
You won't even know. The whole family can be there.
Oh, just that, yeah.
They might know Wake is there, but...
Oh, well, that's because Wake would be up there in the grill. All right. If you're not a DJ, if you're not DJ Silver, what would your name be? Oh, boy. I don't know. I was DJ Quicksilver for a while. Threatened to be sued by Quicksilver, so you can figure that out. Is it Quickie or Silver?
So when did you come up with that name?
2000, 2001.
And how did it come to mind?
So, back then it was like DJs were like Jedis. People named you, and they named me Quicksilver, so it always stuck.
And it was Quicksilver, and then Quicksilver came to
Basically,
you and said,
Quicksilver is a huge brand.
It
was you need to do something else.
Well, that's good. I mean, they knew that you were going to be something.
Yeah.
I mean,
screw you, Quicksilver.
Yeah.
All right. What's this thing? Mount Rushmore Country Art. Oh, easy. George Strait's got to be there. I'd say Willie because I'm from Texas. How many's on Rushmore? 4?
4. Yeah. Yeah.
Possibly 5 with Donald Trump, but whatever.
Yeah.
I live on the Gulf of America. You know that was coming.
Yeah.
I would put Aldean because he's my guy. Mm-hmm. Definitely. And, I mean, new or old, people are going to say you're kind of crazy, but, I mean, future, when they add a 5th, I think Wallen would kind of have to be up there because he's done everything in this business that everyone ever wanted to do. Mm-hmm. I think Cash has to be up there.
Yeah. That's good.
Yeah.
I want to hit on something, too. You just reminded me on the Aldean thing. When you started in 2010, that's when Aldean was really...
He was on fire. Just had his second number 1.
Aldean and Luke Bryan, like, how was that back in the day of, like, the competition?
So we actually toured twice together.
Okay, yeah.
So
who would headline?
Jason.
Okay.
Yeah. And so Luke opened for Jason, and between the two of them, they had 12 number 1s that year. And they were selling out tickets, and it was nothing to do with we. They were selling out tickets 7 minutes, 5 minutes, 4 minutes. Couldn't get a ticket to any of these shows. It was the most fun tour I think we've ever had. I hope one day they go back and do a co-headlining stadium tour and just bring the crews back.
Dude, that would be epic.
And it was. I don't think we were sober for 2 years. It was.
I could only imagine.
Yeah, funny Luke Bryan story. They went to E3 to go hunting, and Luke left all his stuff underneath Jason's bus. And Jason was like, "You got to get this shit out of the bottom of my bus. It's taking everything I got." I was like, "Well, I'll just do it. I'm going right past his farm." He was like, "Yeah." I had to call Luke, and he's like, "Yeah, give it to Mike." I was like, "Yeah, no problem." I'm sitting there. I was like, "Dude, I don't know where Mike's at." And he goes, "Silver, why are you calling Mike Monaco?" I was like, "That's the only person I know." And he goes, "Mike Monaco's a photographer. Mike something runs my farm." I go, "I've never even fucking heard of this guy." Luke, and I'm sitting at this gas station for, I swear to God, an hour with all of Luke's hunting shit, looking for the guy I didn't know existed. And that was that whole tour. Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Dude, those two together, it's always cool to see.
They are literally best friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's competition there, especially in the early stages. Do you see anybody right now that kind of gives you those vibes of Aldean and Luke back in the day?
It's 2 different worlds, man.
Not like a Combs and a Wallen, or
I mean, some people might say that's competition. I think it's 2 different lanes.
Yeah.
Combs is the rocker anthem singer, and Wallen is just his own world of whatever he does. Everything Wallen puts out, even the B cuts or sing-alongs, everybody's singing every word.
It's crazy.
And Luke is a powerhouse. I toured with Luke too. I mean, one of my favorite memories ever is doing Red Rocks with Luke. But he is just, Luke is a phenom. And Luke changed the world of country music. How many people try to look like Luke Combs right now?
Yeah.
And that's just, he set a bar, and it's one thing to come out and, put out one song, like massive. It's just, but I mean, how many does that dude put out? What is he, 14, 15 number 1s? I could way be off. I don't know.
Probably.
But every song he puts out, you're like, hammer.
Yeah.
All the way down to Moon in Mexico. What a record.
It's a great one.
I mean,
Morgan's doing that too. I mean, Morgan's throwing some jams out there.
They don't have enough weeks in the year to have number 1s for Morgan Wallen. I mean, do you remember during COVID, he had the #1 first 50 spots?
Yeah. What are your thoughts on how he does it when it comes to the, I'm assuming, what is it, every 2 years, I guess he's been dropping these double albums? I mean, is it kind of, who cares what you do? I mean,
it's 30-something tracks.
37,
I mean, you know, there's 52 weeks in a year, so you can only be #1 every week for so long, you know? Then Post Malone comes in and just wrecks the entire country radio world, goes straight to #1 with all his greats. So that's another great human.
And tell me how you feel. I mean, that's great. I mean,
come on, man.
Like,
you can't tell me he wasn't country all the way to the heart anyways. It's just,
dude, it was Connor Smith that came on the show the other day.
I watched it. Did he just wake up and come to that episode?
Yeah.
He looked homeless.
You hear that, Connor? Hey.
Connor, dude, I was watching this going, how do I dress? And I saw him. And I'm like, that boy just woke up. I'm good. I'm going just like, I just got through cleaning the pool. I'm wearing this.
That's my boy, Connor. Hey, shout out.
What a nice dude. And talented, bro.
Oh,
so
my
talented.
gosh. But he said it perfectly. Like, posted it the right way.
Sure.
Like, came into Nashville, got a spot in Nashville, like,
became
talked
friends.
to people, became friends.
Part of the community. Lived the life.
Isn't that cool to see? And there's a lot of people doing
My
it.
favorite picture you said about my sign earlier at Losers.
Yeah.
Is Posty leaned up. I think he posted it.
Yeah.
It was silver behind. I was like, flex. I text Shab and I was like, did you set that up? He goes, no.
Dude, I love that.
He's just such a nice guy. And I've had the opportunity to play with him, open for him a few times. And just, he'll come out and watch you play. And just, he's, I mean, arguably one of the biggest stars in the entire planet Earth. And just sitting, you know, Waste Management Open last year at the Coliseum. He was just sitting on the side watching me play. Then we did a few of the Bud Light dive bar shows together after parties. I did all those, and he would come out. And
we could talk for years on the people that you've played around and for. I mean, give me a couple of them. I mean, we talk. I'm sure Jelly's great, Post is great, but even in different genres, right? Like,
Pitbull's the greatest human, best show on the planet. I put Pitbull as a person and a Pitbull as a show against anyone in the world.
Oh wow,
Lil Jon the same way. Lil Jon got me doing mushrooms. Fun fact. Yeah.
Tell me about that.
No, he just. When Lil Jon's your voice of reason, you know, he's like, we drink a lot of tequila, bro. And it's like, we're going to mushrooms. So yeah, there we go.
I mean, I'm telling you, dude, you can walk the line of just, and it doesn't have to be like music artists or anything. It could be athletes. Like, give me some cool stuff, like of people like, dude, I'm telling you, this guy is like down. He's the best person.
Jason Witten's a good guy.
Yeah.
What about my dude Moser just getting traded from Miami? I was with him at Tortuga. Just the nicest human.
Yep.
And Golden Tate's a buddy, a neighbor down there. Just legend. Just nice dude, great guy. Here's one thing I know about this world is every musician wants to be an athlete. Every athlete wants to be a musician. My buddy Alex Bregman for the Red Sox. I'm so proud of that guy. He got paid. Kyle Tucker went to the Cubs. Dear friend. And my buddy Michael Chandler. The world's small, and I really believe the law of attraction and good people find good people.
And why do you think, because a lot of them, I mean, all of the people that you just named, it's like they enjoy being in what I call this lifestyle of just like being good to people. It's like the heartland. It's listening to country music. It's driving pickup trucks. It's being outdoors. Like, why is this lifestyle gotten so popular?
I think people just got so tired of the fake negativity and the bullshit. They find people that are just good-hearted people. MGK.
Yep.
I mean, like Saw with Jelly, he is massive. I mean, you look at that guy, and he commands a room. When he walks in, if he wasn't a rock star, you still ask, who is that guy? But he'll sit down right there. He goes, man, what you do Tuesday? You know? And it's just, I think the world needs more of that. And I think people that are like that find each other.
Let me ask you something, too, and I think we could go way into left field when you start talking about Trump and how this industry has kind of gotten behind that guy. One of the biggest things that I've seen recently, and you mentioned it about just being able to afford Vegas and you do all the festivals and the tours, like, how do you feel about this ticket cost stuff that, you know, trying to get rid of the fees and all of that?
I mean, have you bought a ticket lately?
Dude, it's...
Well, listen, and I got to be careful on this because I do work for these people, but it's like, processing fee, state fee, city fee, local fee, my sister's fee, hot dog fee, water fee. I mean, just it got to be a part where it's just like, but at the end of the day, the costs are going up.
Yeah, and you need, and I know the people, I mean, look, we all know people in that industry, and you need those types of people, but some of these are, I mean, it's good. What I'm saying
there has to be a certain percentage of profit in order for them to keep doing it.
That's correct.
And everything is going through the roof. So to a part, I mean, it just got to get under control, you know. But I do agree with, you know, Kid Rock was going after like the secondhand scalpers, and there's got to be a way to stop that.
I think it's
because these guys are going and buying all the tickets 25,000 tickets to an Aldean show if they want it.
Yeah.
Then triple the sales and average
correct.
person. Next thing you know, you're $400 to take your wife and kid to a Aldean
Dude,
show.
I can't go. I mean, Alan Jackson's coming to Tampa, and I can't go see him for less than $1,500. And it's like they come out immediately for $300.
Yeah, and Alan doesn't want that.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, who do you think right now, like these young cats? I know you're in the game. Like, tell me who you like right now.
I tell you somebody that he's starting. Josh Ross.
Okay. Yep.
Stud.
Yep.
Tucker Whitmore. Stud.
Love him. He came on the show.
Solid dude. But what Zach Top has done is just, I was like, who to like, wow, he's everywhere, And there's a bunch that I feel like are here, like Russell Dickerson. You don't love Russell Dickerson, It just there are a few guys that are 2 or 3 songs away from a hit, enough hits, 2 or 3 hits away from to be a solidified, headliner. I think people should open a little longer before they start headlining, and put these big tours back and let these festivals win and get to your place where you win.
Yeah.
Get to enough where you're not headlining, thinking you're headlining on 2 songs.
Yeah. And you kind of allocate the money that you're spending to headline to maybe do some opening and then knock the shit out of those festivals.
Your job should be to
right?
steal every person you're opening for as fans.
Yeah. And do the festivals. I mean,
yeah.
Who's the guy? Remind me again, and you've introduced me a couple of times. Like what's the guy that does like
Brian O'Connell?
Yeah.
The best.
I mean, dude puts on a monster of a show.
Anybody throwing a festival to this day should be paying Brian O'Connell a percentage. He did this when nobody did it.
Yeah. He created the blueprint.
He created the blueprint to a country music festival, massive country music festivals, experiences. And I love that, man. That man changed my life. If I ever write a book, he's got a chapter with
Why
pictures.
do you say that?
It's just, I mean, he's the one at the end of the day. He's the one that, the whole tour, he's the one that I go to for advice. He's the one that, good or bad, he's real with you, and he sees the future in this business.
You're an entrepreneur at heart. You got some deal. I mean, the necklace deal, the jewelry deal, that shit's
I like it. Is it too much for that?
No, I mean, that thing looks
I got to get you
hot.
some.
You got to get me some. But who is somebody like that you kind of look up to just as a business type of...
Rob Dyrdek. So, remember that guy? Remember him from Ridiculous?
Yeah.
He never took money, took stock, took percentage, took ownerships of DC, ownership of... So that's kind of the way I've always done.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah, and some of it's paid, some of it hasn't.
And that you're taking risks like that. I mean,
yeah, and there's companies like I'm excited to work with. We just signed a deal with Patriot Mobile.
Okay.
I've been with Monster for 10 years.
Time, yeah.
And then so Stetson and Tin Hall.
Yep.
Roper, been with him for a while. So I'm a very loyal guy, and I like to be part of something I know is going to succeed in brands, and that I can be me and not have to constantly be censored and just drink the Kool-Aid that I'm given and vice versa.
Yeah. And you are who you are. I mean, I think first and foremost, you've done a beautiful job just on your own personal brand. And it's outside of sometimes music, like we mentioned. I mean, your personal brand is being a good husband, a good father, which is awesome.
If anyone knows me, they know my wife. And I think that's the best compliment you can ever give a human.
That's correct. Yeah.
But I just hope I'm doing this long enough to know for my kid to go, my daddy was a badass once. My dad, he found out he could Google me like last week at school. I was like, yeah, bro, did I have my clothes on?
Hey, don't dig too deep into that.
Don't dig too deep, homie. Be easy.
What do you think about, like, I go back to these people being a brand, being more outspoken. You've got controversial like topics that come out. I mean, look, at the end of the day, like the Trump thing, in this industry, especially the country music, whether it was, Aldean's or this person or that, like I feel like people now have a voice and they're not scared to talk. Yeah, and I love that.
And the thing is like, I live out of this world, out of this country. That is a very minute part. And I've always been who I am. I've always been, and I'll never forget my agent sent a message to the team and, hey, this is Silver. Hey, he's a Republican. Like it's a bad thing, like, yeah. Well, let me know when you evacuate California, but
Just
I've always been who I am. I'm a self-employed dude from the South that believes in the right to bear arms, freedom of speech, and God, family first. And I'm blessed to do what I do for a living. And I also believe that you have the right to believe how you want to believe.
Yeah.
I don't have to agree with it, but it's not reciprocated.
God, you're my favorite human being. Yeah. I think you need to start your own podcast.
I've been offered. Jesus Christ, would you get canceled so quick?
No.
But you would, as you know, some of the huge celebrities have come up to me and said the same way and just afraid to speak. I said, well, you're the issue.
Yeah.
But it has cost me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, like there's a reason I'm not a stagecoach this weekend.
That's
you know
correct.
what I'm saying? But fuck it.
Yeah.
You know what? I don't need it.
In Tortuga.
I posted a picture, my favorite picture at Trump was at Troubadour. It was my wife, my son Wake, and taking a picture of Trump. Kid Rock is photobombing. And I want to say JD is taking a picture. And I put it up and lost like 5,000 followers, like stat. And I was like, oh, that sucks. Another part was like, fuck them. I don't need it anyways. I mean, I'm not going to mask. There's nothing wrong with the way I believe. There's nothing wrong with the way you believe. Be who you want, do whatever you want to do. But I know what works for me and my family. And what, at the end of the day, it's between me and the dude upstairs. And if you don't like it, I don't give a shit.
100%. So what's coming down the pipeline, man? What's next?
Always so jewelry lines going, man. I'm Happy Jewelers. I love Armida Green. I can take this piece of paper and write something, and I'll send her a picture, and 2 weeks later, she sends me something back. I'm like, holy shit, you made that?
Okay, so you're not, I mean, it's not like, and I feel like you do this with a lot of your brands. You're not just the spokesperson. Like, you're in the weeds, man.
I want to see the best I can. I've been doing a lot with Sammy and the Cats at Happy Dad. Hopefully, we'll see by this time this comes out. We'll see what we're working on. Mantra's always been good. I've had more money.
Do you have something, excuse me real quick, that might come out soon, like with Happy Dad?
We're working.
Okay, well, what is it?
I don't know enough to talk about it.
Okay, yeah.
But I can tell you we're working on Happy Dad Silver collab with logo on the Happy Dad hats and going out and do Happy Dad after parties, Happy Dad tours. I just love those humans at Happy Dad.
Do you just go all in on these festivals, or like when you're on the road and then you just kind of knock out for 2 or 3 days?
No,
if you can.
Anybody follows me, they always see early morning flights.
I know, yes.
That's because I go home to take my kid to school.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's the promise I made that kid I'd be there. And there's mornings I'm like, bro, let the kids sleep.
Yeah.
Like, especially here, I was rethinking my life Monday morning at 5:30 in the morning at Fort Lauderdale Airport. But yeah.
Oh, I can only imagine.
But at the end of the day, the minute you get home and it's worth every second of it.
What are your thoughts on, it's always interesting to me, and like I can always rely on you to at least give me an opinion that is somewhat accurate because you've been in it. Tell me how you feel about these new festivals coming up. Like Morgan's doing Sand in My Boots.
It's going to be massive. The lineup is great. It's so eclectic. I wish I was playing it.
Yeah.
It's going to be a long-standing festival. It's expensive.
Very.
But Morgan, he allocates that price.
Have you ever thought about like doing your own festival?
Yeah, no, I have. I just I'm not going to pay for it. I hope somebody else. I always had this idea. I want to do Wake Fest on a beach. My son's wake, but give the money back to infant rescue swimming. Teach kids to swim. You get to do like proceeds of that and clean the beaches up. That'd love to
awesome.
Do that. Yeah.
Like Silver and Friends. I mean, just
Wake
your
Fest.
posse, man.
Just all I need is a budget, bro. We going.
I'm telling you.
And like 10, 15 million won't cure. I got it.
What is one thing that if you could look back that you wish you would have done different?
I'd probably had family earlier.
Yeah.
I look back and I don't know if it's wrong or right. Obviously a little selfish, just trying to figure out who I am, but it wasn't right. So maybe that, I would have listened more, everybody starts, they know everything. They're cocky, they're arrogant, they're whatever. And look back and look, I don't know shit, you know? And that's probably just listen more. And, I make a point every venue I go to, I say hello to every person that works in that venue. And that's, I just think it just, probably just, I was always a nice guy, but I probably didn't listen as much as I probably should have when I was earlier. And had to learn the hard way, which is what it is.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
Dude, you're the best human being on earth, man.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
You believed in me since day one, which, like, I can't tell all my viewers enough. Like, literally, Dee Jay Silver was the first guy that I walked into when I came into Nashville, and you took me under your wing and like
do it. If your heart's leading it,
I owe you
it.
Everything. Seriously.
What's the worst you can do? Fail?
Exactly.
I'm not. Listen, I will tell you this, and I feel like you're the same way. I will bet on me any day of the week. Any day of the week.
100%.
I feel like you feel the same way about yourself.
I do.
Listen, I fell on my ass a lot of times, but at the end of the day, it's like I feel like I've won more than I've lost. And I would never know that if I wouldn't have gave it a shot. There's things I'm like, dude, should I do this? Should I really do this? And I'm like, fuck it.
You bring the best out of everybody. And you can go around and ask. I mean, we've talked, whether it's Travis, right, a mutual friend, or go to Steve, or talk when you talked with Irv back in the day. Like, it's unbelievable. Ben Ratliff, like you could go on and on, and like you make a good impression on everybody, and it's really hard to do, especially in this damn city. And like you've accomplished that.
Well, thank you, man. That's the best compliment I could get. I appreciate that so much. At the end of the day, I just want, if somebody says something about me to my son, what was your dad? And he was like, good dude.
Correct.
That's good. Hopefully, very wealthy, good dude, but we'll get there. But, I'm kidding.
Start with good.
Well, just start with good.
Yeah. I appreciate you coming on the show, man.
Thank you for the kicks, man.
We're
going to church.
Awesome. We're going to church, baby.
I don't know. I don't go anywhere classy enough to wear these.
Dude,
things.
those things, I'm telling you, those are new ones, new deer skin.
I might wear them out.
There you go. I'm looking forward to see you on the road. I got to come to an Aldean show.
Open invite, man. It's a family back there. We have a regiment we do, and it's like it's a family.
I'm excited to come out there. Y'all play everywhere.
I'm proud of you too, man. This is great.
Thank you.
This is great. I got to get Connor or the Connor stylist, but whatever, we good.
Connor, man, we're coming for you, and we're pumped, dude. The stuff that we have going on with the people coming on the show, the new shows that we're adding on the network. I couldn't ask for a better business partner than Mr. Josh Allen. He's doing his thing.
Oh, that's your business partner.
Yeah,
that is. I got the greatest Josh Allen story. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
So do you remember during the COVID, stupid, but when they played the Titans and too many people had the Rona that couldn't play. Yep. So I was at E3 because we weren't supposed to play, but we really never had we didn't.
Yeah.
So, and he was just, him and his wife, I didn't know who it was just standing in front of me. I was like, dude, can I get you anything? It's just a table. I said, let me get you a table. Because all I know is this large human just standing right in front of me. I was like, you got to go anywhere. Go to Clarksville. Just get out of my way. You know what I mean? Yeah. I didn't obviously say it. He was such a nice guy. So I went and got him a table and left. He goes, dude, that was Josh Allen. I said, the quarterback? Humble. Just sitting there. He could have said, bro, I'm Josh Allen. Get me a table. He waited and waited and waited to the part where I noticed. I was like, dude, just let me help you. What do you want?
Bro, number one, his mom would slap the hell out of me if I ever said that. He is the most genuine. Yeah. I mean, same thing. You believe in me. Like, literally, we were at Augusta 2 years ago. I was like, Josh, I kind of have this idea. He's like, Pat, I know you believe in yourself. I believe in you. Let's do this thing. Like, the nicest human being on earth.
I felt that. I didn't know who in the world he was.
Farm kid out of California.
Yeah, I wouldn't have. I mean, I didn't know until he left. No, I mean, nothing. He paid his bill. Just him and his wife had a good time. And
unbelievable, dude.
That was my Josh Allen story.
We could go on.
I collect his cards now because he was a nice guy.
Yeah, tell me real quick before you hop off. I mean, you're showing the cards and stuff. Is that just like a hobby of yours?
Yeah, I just trying to get my kid into anything but iPad. So you
do a great job.
So
with
thank you. We collect cards and action figures, and Hulk Hogan's my neighbor and friend in Clearwater. So he went from a hero to like an idol to a friend to a hero. Just the best human. So he calls him Mr. Hulk. So I just celebrate friends. Austin Dillon, Michael Chandler, Hulk. Aldean's got his own cards, and I don't know. We just it's just something I got to wake into, and he legit enjoys just the thrill of ripping cards.
Dude, and some of those cards go for a lot of money.
And some of them pay a lot of money. You don't get shit for it, but a smile. But yeah.
You had that one. What was it? Paul Schemes that did the
$1 million first offer before it was pulled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the Pirates had offered the guy
$1 million plus lifetime seats.
Yeah.
Next to Livy Dunn or whatever.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah, you lost me. Yeah.
Great hobby. Once again, another thing that like you could see that happens in this world of like kids just being like this the whole time on their phone. You're like, I don't want my kids to do that.
And it's that quick when it happens.
Fucking dad of the year, man. I love you.
Thank you, man.
Seriously. Thanks for coming on the show.
Appreciate you, bro. Proud of you. This is great.
Thank you. Y'all, Dee Jay Silver was in the building. Now he's out. I appreciate y'all tuning in every single Wednesday on YouTube or wherever you listen to your audio podcast. Remember, hit that like button, comment, subscribe, do whatever you got to do to be like a farmer.